Hey, I'm Rich Formidoni from Korg, and today I want to tell you about template songs. Template songs are a great tool that our workstations have that lets you make music really quickly. Say you know you want to write a song in a specific style of music. Well, all you need to do is tell the M50 or the M3 or the Triton for that matter what style of music you want to work with, and it sets you up with 8 useful programs, mixer settings, and effects that help you get your music done quickly. Instead of fighting with the gear, you're writing tunes. So let's check it out. Okay, so we just turned the keyboard on, and this is what we see when we go to sequence mode. It's a blank canvas song. There's nothing there. The first step to get a template song going is to load it up. The way we do that is touch the drop-down menu in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and then touch Load Template Song. Now from here, you can touch this little arrow and choose the style of music that you want to make. So I'm going to touch reggae, and now just below that is an option that says Copy Pattern to Track 2. Not track number 2, track also. Go ahead and put a little check in that box and touch OK. Now, this window that popped up just popped up because I put a check in that box. What it's asking here is what rhythmic patterns I want to use in my song. Now, I can use any of the rhythmic patterns from the drum tracks, so that's hundreds and hundreds of rhythms. And it just so happens there are a bunch of them ready for this style of music. Now, while you're in this window, you can actually listen to the beats by pressing the sequencer Start-Stop button. That's okay. I'll stop it and then push the increment button here to check out another one. So there's a couple of good beats for reggae. That one's nice and minimal. I'm going to use that. Touch OK. Now, looks like very little happened, but right here where it says measure, that changed from a 1 to a 9. And that's telling me that the M50 copied an 8-bar drum loop from the pattern that I selected. So now what I can do is go ahead and choose a different beat and touch OK again and actually construct an entire rhythm track from as many patterns as I want, linked one after the other. So for now I'm just going to keep that 8-bar loop and touch exit. Now, if you can see on the screen here, we've been set up with 8 useful instruments for reggae. So the first track is our drums, and that's already got the beat in it. The second track is bass, third is organ, then guitar, and so forth. The second set of 8 tracks on the second tab there is empty, so we can put whatever we want there. If we go to the mixer tab, we see that it's already done a complete mix for me, so my levels and my panning should be good. Now, if you press the page select button, and touch the first IFX routing button on the screen, you can see that it routed some effects for me. In this case, tracks 1 and 2 have limiters on them. If I press page select again, go to the MFX TFX button, and we can see that there's stereo chorus, reverb, and on the total effect, there's a stereo mastering limiter. So it's done a complete mixing and mastering job for me. All I have to do is change tracks and record the actual music. So touch just below the title of the song where it says track 1, and you can do this a couple of ways. You can use the dial, you can type in the track that you want, you can use the up down buttons, or touch the arrow and select the track you want to work on from the list. So I want to record the bass track, so I press record and start stop, and after my 2-bar count in, I'm going to be recording. Press stop, switch to the next track, which is already an organ. Again, record and start, and after that 2-bar count in, I'm recording my organ part. So it's pretty easy to get started with a template song. Now, it's important to know that you're not really locked into anything here. You can change anything that's going on in the template. It's just a great foundation to get started. So, for example, if I want to change to a different organ sound, I can even do that while it's playing. So start the sequencer, and on the main screen here in sequence mode, touch the track where you want to change, the little category button, and just pick a new sound. So it's very easy to customize the templates. Now, let's say that you have a certain way of working that you use all the time. You like a certain kind of reverb, a certain set of instruments that you usually use in your songwriting. What you can do is create an empty sequence, make all those settings yourself, and then touch the drop-down menu in the upper right-hand corner and select Save Template Song. So you can give it a name, save it yourself, and then it's saved as part of the global settings in the M50. So whenever you turn the keyboard off and back on again, that template will be there ready for you to use. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.